So Ripple's making some serious moves lately, and it looks like XRP might be lining up for another major rally. Even though it's still tangled up with the SEC in that never-ending lawsuit, there's a ton of momentum building on other fronts, from stablecoin adoption to big-time institutional interest. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. BTCC is a crypto exchange that's been around for 13 years. You get access to over 300 cryptocurrencies, 500x leverage, and there's no VPN or KYC needed to get started. Using the referral link in the description below, you can get a 10% deposit bonus and bonuses all the way up to $10,055. If you want to look into this more, or if you're ready to get started, you can find that link down in the description below. All right, so let's start with the jaw dropper. Two major companies, Vivo Power International, which is actually listed on NASDAQ, and a Chinese electric vehicle startup called Webus. They just announced plans to buy a combined total of $421 million worth of XRP for their treasury holdings. That's not just a flex. It's a massive signal to the market that institutions are warming up to XRP as more than just a speculative coin. And even though XRP investment products saw around $28 million in outflows last week, its year-to-date flows are still sitting at $198 million, which puts it just behind Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's impressive, especially when you consider the drama XRP's been through lately. And Ripple's stablecoin RLUSD is catching on. Ripple's also getting traction with RLUSD, its stablecoin, which is driving new utility on the XRP ledger. It might not be making headlines every day, but behind the scenes, RLUSD adoption is slowly becoming one of those quiet catalysts that add real-world value to XRP beyond just price speculation. Now, for the price stuff, it's a bit of a mixed bag right now. If XRP picks up momentum with more demand and institutional buying, it could climb to $2.50, which is the 50% Fibonacci retracement level from its big drop earlier this year. If it really gets going, it could even retest that $3.40 peak we saw earlier in 2025. But it's not all green lights. If support fails, especially around $2.03, we could see a 7% drop from current levels. The charts are showing both bullish and bearish signals. RSI looks strong, hinting at more gains, but the MACD is flashing red, which usually means downward pressure. So yeah, it's kind of like XRP is standing at a fork in the road. Either we head toward a breakout or we get another pullback before the next big leg up. And that SEC lawsuit, the one versus Ripple, yeah, it's still dragging out, but it seems to be crawling towards the finish line. Both sides apparently want to settle with a $50 million fine, which sounds pretty modest considering how long this battle has gone on. And interestingly, there are now third parties stepping in, claiming they have decisive evidence to challenge whether XRP should even be considered a security under the Howey test. That could shake things up if it gains traction. We might get the next big update on June 16th. So mark your calendars. At least this is according to the crypto attorney Bill Morgan on Twitter. So yeah, keep an eye out. Any news could send XRP price bouncing either way. So here's a big question. Can XRP lead the altcoin rally? There's a growing idea that XRP might actually lead the next altcoin rally, especially with how closely its chart is tracking with the overall altcoin market cap, excluding Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts climbing again and XRP tags along, it could be the spark that lights up the rest of the altcoin scene, especially the top 50 coins. And here's something cool. Asia is going big on XRP, thanks largely in part to Hashkey Capital. Their partner, Vivian Wong, gave an interview where she talked about how they're helping institutional investors get access to XRP without the usual headaches of crypto custody. They just launched an XRP tracker fund, the first of its kind in Asia. Investors can subscribe and redeem with cash or crypto, which is a huge deal for traditional finance folks who don't want to deal with wallets and keys. And according to Wong, this could eventually evolve into a full-blown XRP ETF pending regulatory approval. She also hinted that they're working closely with SBI Ripple Asia, which is a huge player in the region. If that partnership grows, we could see XRP adoption skyrocket in Asia before the West even catches up. And the bottom line, XRP's got momentum building from all directions: institutional money, stablecoin adoption, and growing utility through XRPL. The SEC case might still be dragging, but all the signs are pointing towards a strong second half of 2025 for XRP, assuming the market holds up. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled. This could get interesting fast. Let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. And that's what I got for you in today's video. Again, you can find that link to BTCC in the description. And also, I'm on Blue Sky. Thank you for the new follow. We're just 3 away now from hitting 40. I'm at Crypto Atlas. You can find that link in the description. Thank you so much for your support, my Patreon supporters, as well as my YouTube members. I really do appreciate it, guys. If you haven't already jumped in on this and you'd like to show your support, it is very much appreciated. God bless. We'll see you in the next video.